I'm John Hayden. Let's queer up politics. Former Republican courts LGBTQ plus vote. If David Jolly is going to become the first Democratic governor of Florida this millennium, he's going to need the LGBTQ plus community's support. He spent Friday learning our history and meeting our leaders. He held a town hall at the Pride Center with the Dolphin Democrats, met with the Power Gays at a fundraiser, and toured the Stonewall Museum. After that tour, Jolly sat down for a half-hour interview with myself and our colleague, Steve ROTHAUS. He addressed the elephant in the room. Why should a former Republican congressman with libertarian tendencies be embraced by LGBTQ? He told me, quote, "I've been fortunate in the years since we got into this race to build affinity and support within the LGBTQ community from day one. When you visit the Stonewall Museum, you step into a perspective that orients this campaign in a way I want to be true to and mindful to," end quote. Jolly also faces an electorate that went for DeSantis by 18 points just 4 years ago. Jolly says Floridians were embracing the culture wars at the time, but they've grown tired, and he believes the political climate is right for his candidacy, saying, quote, "You have Democratic voters turning out in ways they never have before. You have independents that 18 months ago were turning out 2-to-1 for Republicans. They are now performing 3-to-1 for Democrats. And I think we're going to get 18% of Republicans in this race," end quote. 18% is a heavy lift, but probably what will be needed if he makes it to the general election. First, of course, he has to get the nomination, and the primary is August 18. I mean, any statewide Democrat in this state is going to need a lot of help.
God.
Oh, yeah, God and a lot of help. It's
all amount of
there's just so many headwinds. But if he said the main thing he's got going for him right now is the fact that people are getting tired. People are getting tired of the hate and the vitriol out of Washington, and the lesser publicized, even in this state, coming out of Tallahassee. And it was a really informative interview, I would say. And so, go to the Greater Wilton Manors YouTube page, and you can hear the entire interview. So, yeah, I look forward to people listening and learning more about Jolly.
I think it's something important to note is, yes, he's a former Republican, but if anybody's ever done their history or paid attention to history, Republicans are not MAGA, for one. And the Republican Party used to be about conservatism, yes, but it was mostly about economics.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't hold that against somebody that they were a Republican. Look at him for who he is and if he's standing for the values that you want. Honestly.
We're tired. We are tired,
Absolutely.
Right? Like John said, we're super fatigued. But also, don't get it twisted. We don't trust that easy either. Correct. You know what I mean? I mean, a former Republican walking into the Pride Center and Stonewall Museum, that's either evolution or a strategy. All right? So listen, Florida went red by 18 points. If he wants LGBTQ trust, it's going to take more than a tour and a town hall. We don't need lip service. We need receipts, and you got to show us the policies because that's what's going to have us on board. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
So was Jolly Jolly?
As jolly as a politician can be. Rex, I've got to take issue with what you said. Before 15 years ago, I would have agreed not all Republicans are MAGA, but I really think starting with the Tea Party and the racism that came with it in 2010, we need to call them what they are, Republicans. MAGA is Republican, and Republican is MAGA.
But I would also, in politics in general, I mean, there's a lot of Democrats that are on our side too. So that's why I say drop the Republican, drop the Democrat, look at the candidate, and make sure that you're voting.
Yeah.
And B, vote for the person who is giving you the receipts and most aligns with your core values. Mm-hmm. I mean, I hate to say that. At this day and age, we have to stop looking at the party lines. We really do. We need to start getting people who actually can do the work and do the work that best represents who we are.
You're absolutely right, Rex. But, the lines have become so blurred in the last couple of years. You know what I mean? That, like, for me, when someone says Republican, I automatically go to MAGA, and I automatically go, to my rights are in jeopardy,
Absolutely.
from everything that you stand for and everything that you vote for,
Yeah.
So I get that, but I have to agree with John that I do think that those days are over. You know, it sucks. It sucks. I bet you have Republican friends. We have Republican friends. You know what I mean? Everybody has a Republican friend. You know what I mean? Like, Don is like, no, not even one.
I do.
They don't tell you.
Perhaps.
Undercover Republican. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.